Psych, here I am. Hi everybody, Karen Ellis here for the Creative Scrapbooker magazine and my very first CSM Live from my home studio. And I really hope we don't have too many technical difficulties. And thank you so much for joining me. I am here doing a little project on this International Women's Day. So we are all very amazing women. You know it, I know it. And I wanted to do a little project with gel press and the Dina Wakley stamps from Ranger, because, you know, we are amazing. So this is what we're going to be doing today. So I have a plate here all ready to go, and we'll make some presses, some monoprints using the fabulous gel press plates. And I have some stamps from Dina Wakley here, and I'll show you how I use my gel press monoprints to paper piece together things even with stamps. So without further ado, I think I have you on my Chromecast as well, so I can see what you say to me. So hopefully this will be all good. And I apologize that it is backwards. I haven't been able to figure that out, and hopefully by my second CSM Live, I will be able to do that for you. So I have my gel press printing plate here. This is like an 8x10 version of it, and it is loved. And I was doing a few prints already today. So I have a little bit of paint on it, but that's okay, because part of what I love about printing press plates is that you can get some really neat surprises when you don't clean your plate. So I'm going to be doing this with you for a couple pulls, because really on a Facebook Live, we only have about 5 or 10 minutes to put the whole project together for you. So, but I could do this for hours and hours and hours. I use my monoprints for almost everything that I do. Anything that I would use a pattern paper for, or even fabric, I pull out my plates and have a little go at it. So I'm happy to share that here with you today, and I really hope that doesn't happen. Again, this is my first go, and we'll hopefully make sure that that doesn't bother anyone. Okay, so I do have some Ranger paints here with me. Now these, I figured if we were using Dina's stamps, then let's use her paints. I'm going to turn them around so that you can see them. These are some of her metallics. This is Elephant and Penny, but I do have an assortment of her paints here for it. They are a heavy body paint. Come in a tube, squeeze out. You don't need a whole lot for this, but I love the colors. And I thought that would do nicely for this project. So I also have a couple of stencils here. These are two, happen to be from the Crafters Workshop, but you can use whichever. And I just realized they're kind of stuck because I just used one. If you guys saw my stencil palette, you would laugh because I don't clean my stencils very awesome. I just read "You Are Awesome" and read it. See, maybe I shouldn't be watching the screen and tatting at the same time. My brain might not function properly. So these are the stencils I'm going to be using today. Stencils are a really quick and easy way to get pattern on a plate, but certainly not your only way of doing it. You can use anything that is flat and won't score the plate for you to get a great pattern. So let's get to it. What kind of a background? Because I'm going to be using this with a face, and I'll turn it around so that you can see it there. There we are. I do want to have something that's fairly neutral in the background, because, you know, we don't have purple faces often. So I think I might choose, well, not all of us do, maybe when I'm embarrassed after doing this CSM Live. So this is Elephant. I'm going to put some Elephant on there. Nice gray. I think I'm going to put a little bit of white to tone it down a little though. So hold on. Here we are. Now just remember, for those of you who are just logging on, this is a used plate. You can see some other patterns on there. It's all good. I might add a little bit of something else in a minute, but I'm going to take my brayer and just move that paint across the plate. Squeaky, squeaky. Maybe I need to oil it. And I'm going to put this stencil down right on top, and I think perhaps I might want to add a little color, but not a touch. I'm going to use a spare piece of paper here, put a little bit of that fuchsia down, and just grab some, not a lot, and run it through the stencil as well. Part of the fun with these plates is just playing. I don't want to get it too red because, you know, this may be a face. Oh, isn't it a beautiful stencil? I love this stencil. So just a little bit, just a hint of a pattern. Now I tend to use, when I come down to my studio and I get the plates, I tend to use just regular old printer paper when I do a session like this, because I find them really super easy to collage with, and that's what I do with 9/10 of my gel printing. So that's what I'm using here today with you. So let's just pull that and see what we get. So that's nice and light with a little bit of color. And remember what I said about those surprises? Take a look at those surprises that came through. So that could be really fun interest for that. I'm going to try a little bit more. Let's go with, let's add a little bit of lemon. Just a touch. And perhaps I will add a little bit more gesso, like some white paint. Ooh, that's a lot of a squirt. And, see what we got here. Again, notice I'm not cleaning my brayer. I could just with water and some paper towel, or use another piece of paper to get the paint off as well. But I like when I mix my colors a bit. You can see that there's a teeny tiny little bit of that fuchsia showing through. I like that, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to put that stencil back on and rub right over top of it again really quickly. See if I can't pull out some more pattern just like I did. Okay. And then another piece of printer paper. Here we are. I love the surprise of what I get. Oh, that's very pretty too. A little more yellow tone. But that could be fun. All right, perfect. All right, let's get to another color. Let's do a color. I love turquoise. I'm going to put some turquoise on there, because now I'm thinking we just got to go with it. Normally, I don't think of what the project is going to be when I sit down and work with the plates. I just play and try different patterns and color combinations, and then put them in a bin, much like your paper stash at home, because I know we all have a paper stash. I have a gel print stash, and I'll just put these in, and then I'll pull out the colors that I need when I'm working on a specific project. I think I might add a touch more yellow. Where's my little blotter page here? So a little bit of yellow on this turquoisey color here will make it more green, but that's kind of neat. I think I might get, there we go. Fun, maybe again. Get some neat pattern in there. Okay. Smoothing that out and pulling that up. That's very soft and pretty though, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? That's a gorgeous print. I can't wait to use this. This would make a great, great shirt for her. All right, and maybe I will do one more perhaps. One more. I'm going to add a little bit of evergreen and a little lime. And I have another stencil here. And notice I didn't cover the whole page this time. I'm just going to drag it over the parts. So I have some open space. That could be fun too. I know, I love that one. My favorite so far. I got you. There's some that you're going to love and some that you're just not going to at all. But keep them, especially if you start collaging or doing techniques like I'm going to show you today, because you'll never know when you need that one little color. And because you're only using just a little section of it, you'll find you'll use them often. I keep going to them. And the ones that I thought I would never, ever, ever use are the ones I use most. So, yeah. Hey, CSM. Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Karen Ellis. Perfect. So I think I'm going to put this aside, and I will put my gel press plate away here. I will wash my brayer in a moment, and we'll start putting this together, and I'll start showing you what I mean. Okay? So this is the card that we're going to do today, using her stamp, and as I said, for International Wednesday, you are amazing. And I'm going to grab these prints that we just did. Now I probably will use the one I used the elephant color on, only because that's more face color like. How's that for a technique? Face color like. And I'm just using the archival ink. Here we are, jet black. It's hard because I'm trying to move it around so you can read it even though it is still backwards. Is that gel press plate metal? No, it is not. It is like it's a soft, squishy, almost silicone feeling plate. So it really takes on the form of whatever you push into that when you're rubbing the paper. It's really fantastic. So anything that you put on there is going to give a really neat image, as long as it's not sharp and will cut that plate. You don't want it to cut that plate. Now let's just see here. Where do I want? Let's kind of go in here and see if that works. So here we are. So I think I kind of got, oh, I'm going to turn it around for you. I pretty much put her face just on the on that elephant color, which is nice, but I think I might actually want to have another section. I do like it, but let me see if I can't pull in something else, like right here. Yeah, no. Now she looks almost like she's too painted. She's warrior girl. Ooh, which could be cool too. But that's good. I'm just going to rip this because that's what I did in my sample. This is a rip and rip. I do have my trimmer here, but I often don't. Okay. As long as I take off what the stamp was there previous, I'm good to go. There we are. Ta-da! All right, so we have our girl, and I'll leave her this way so that you can see her. All right, and now I have the other plate we're doing. Now I'm going to take that same stamp this time I'm only going to stamp her shirt. There we go. Get out a pair of scissors here and quickly cut that out. Chop off her head. There we go. So now I can paper piece that right on so that she has, sorry, I keep thinking that you're the other way, has a really neat little colored shirt with your patterned, your one-of-a-kind prints. Okay. Now I am going to place her on something else. Let's see here. Maybe even that yellow we did. That might be pretty behind it. Let's do that. So I'm going to cut this to fit my card. So I'm going to cut this to about a 5x7, just under. Here we go. So I've got about a 4.5 by 6.5. That should be good. And I did place my card back right here. And now I don't see it handy dandy. So I'll turn it around and show you on this one. Like so. So then we can take our tape runner from Scrapbook Adhesives. I absolutely love this. I didn't know if I would enjoy such a big tool, and I fell in love with it. When they put it in my hands, and because it's just such like butter. Here we are. Placing it right on there, and then that can go on the card like so. So you've done your own paper this way. Now I do like to stamp other things on there, and I thought the "You Are Amazing" would be appropriate. So this is another one of Dina's stamps. This is the Just What to Say stamp set. Here we are. I'll kind of take that off, put it on a little block, ink that up. This time I have the archival ink, but in the Magnesium blue, and I hope I pronounced that right. You are amazing. I'm kind of doing this very quickly for live purposes, but I probably would have taken a little bit more time to get that going. And then you can attach that to your card. So anyway, just an idea. Take your gel prints, use your stamps with them, and do some layering. It is really quick and easy, especially when you have a whole stash of gel prints. Let me show you what I've got. See, I have one of these bins, and I keep prints in here for a rainy day, like so. And then I cut them out and use them as I need. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, and a little quick tutorial on using a gel plate in its very basic form. Yeah, enjoy, have fun, use paint, get messy, but more above all else, celebrate you and have an absolutely fantastic International Women's Day. I'm just going to move the camera up. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and take care, and we'll see you in the magazine. Have fun, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.